Every year, since the beginning of my career here at Juniata, I have come to the Bailey Oratorical. Every year, I have listened to prose bringing heaven to meet the earth, to arguments shifting the ground beneath my feet, to passion nearly bursting from the room in which we sit. Every year, I feel something burning in me, something changed. I look to those around me, and I see this in no one else. In the end, it is the same. We go home, and we carry on with our lives, and we change nothing at all. I might consider we're simply timid, that we don't have the courage to act for social, environmental, or any kind of change. But I know that isn't true. Juniata College radiates courage. Some of the boldest, most outspoken people I've ever known I met while studying here. This is a college of dreamers, the doctors, curators, actors, leaders, teachers of the future. So no, it can't possibly be courage that's missing from this equation. But what else could it be? What could be missing from our amazing people? If you ask them, they would probably tell you time. But if you ask, for example, the recycling bin, it would probably tell you commitment. In striving for such lofty goals, our commitment to anything other than our own dreams has dwindled. And as a result, we no longer seek anything but the bare minimum, whether in our Juniata community, our country, or our planet. Is this not injustice? Can we not do better for the communities that we inhabit? I firmly believe that inciting change of any kind is foremost not an issue of courage, but one of commitment. With the commitment to feel the pain of others, the commitment to examine our own lives, and the commitment to act as individuals, not only can we bring about change to our society, in doing so we can bring change to the entire world. But where do we start with such an enormous endeavor? We have to start with feeling. Our world, in the modern age of information, is rife with news of death, disease, disaster, misery the world over, and in order to preserve our sense of security, we have tuned out the suffering and bandaged our callous hearts. Author R.N. Prasher argues that pleasure and pain are on the same side of the coin of human experience, and the opposite is indifference or numbness. The commitment to feel is a vow to tear away the bandages, eliminate the numbness, and learn empathy. No doubt, this is unsettling. What does it solve to feel the pain of a starving Syrian family who we can do nothing to reach? But letting this hopelessness freeze us is playing the victim. Because even now, we can and do impact people of all nations. We are already connected. And with the commitment to feel, we can use this emotion to do something substantial, something positive. And to ensure that what we do is positive, we must examine our own lives and the lives of those around us. Watching I Love Lucy as a child taught me only one thing. Always address your problems before they get out of hand. The Ricardos never examined or talked about their problems until all the way at the end of the episode. And as a result, issues that could have been fixed in the first few minutes ended up taking that whole episode and hundreds of dollars in bail money. The commitment to examine is a resolve to not only look at our own behavior, but to allow others to examine us as well. As a member of the concert choir here at Juniata, I am fully aware of the importance of examination. There is no harmony in 50 selfish voices. If I cannot count on my choir to give me criticism, how can I improve? If my peers cannot count on me to accept their feedback, how can we improve as a community? The unity we seek requires us to live in a way committed to examining ourselves and in a way willing to be examined by others. To be examined by others goes hand in hand with giving feedback to those around us, and this is something I know we struggle with. As an autistic kid in middle school, and not knowing any better, I was extremely disruptive in all of my classes. Neither the teacher nor my peers knew what to do with my behavior. And so they did nothing, hoping that by ignoring my problem, they would somehow make it disappear. But since I was unaware of the issue, I could not change. If one person had spoken up, had helped me understand, I'm confident I would have been able to improve. Likewise, we must examine each other, or our own actions cannot improve. For the privileged people of the United States, action has become undesirable. The infrastructure in which we work is based on a lifestyle of convenience, and it has changed us into creatures of sloth. We no longer seek opportunity. Instead, we fear it. As a result, we have averaged ourselves into something less than our full potential. To paraphrase former host Jon Stewart, seeing the inaction in action is truly something to behold. But we can change. I genuinely believe that inside each and every one of us is someone capable of tremendous amounts of influence. But in order to realize this potential, we must do the things that we resolve to do. We must not look to each other, but to the goal we seek to determine how much is enough. Does it embarrass you that at Juniata College, exchange students are almost avoided by the rest of the student body? Then sit with them at lunch. Are you sick of seeing trash blow all the way across the quad with no one stopping to get it? Pick some of it up as you walk to class. You determine the things that you care about, but you also have to act on them. The actions of one person send a message that they are resolved to take a stand, and sends an invitation to stand with them. I admit it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that even after giving the speech, after pouring out my heart, nothing will change. So this right now is my stand. Even though I am afraid, I planned this to do from the beginning, thought about it, committed to it, and so now I disqualify myself from the competition. I do this not out of disrespect, but out of respect for my fellow speakers, for this tradition, and for the ideals of which we speak. I do this stand. I am committed, money or no money, contest or no contest, to not only speak, but to act for what I believe in. And right now, what I believe in is Juniata. Should we commit to action and our peers take notice, and their peers and their peers' peers, our influence can network and branch across the entire world. But all of it starts with a commitment, and all of it starts with you. I know this burden is painful to bear. It hurts to feel things. It hurts to be criticized, and it hurts to commit. It's dangerous to go alone. So take the hands of people across the world and know that each and every one of us is resolved, both individually and together, to swim upriver until the water gives way. As a favorite mentor once said, it is our choices, Harry, that show us what we really are, far more than our abilities. And so I say to you, your courage is not what counts. Instead, it is your resolve. Not only the courageous, but also the meek inherit the earth. And if we do not all pitch in as individuals, we cannot bring change. So do not base decisions on the courage you believe that you lack. Base them instead on commitment to a goal. Join me in committing to feel, committing to examine, and committing to act. Because while courage is something you have, commitment is something you make.